Tony and Jan eventually arrived 30 minutes after the allotted locking time. However, the lockie on duty, who wasn't very polite or pleasant, had neglected to phone them to say that they wouldn't be able to lock in and they should turn around and go back to Teddington. The journey to Limehouse was horrific for them. It was really rough and they were getting bounced around all over the place, and they were so tired after the trip. They had no choice but to moor up on the waiting jetties outside the lock. The lockie's attitude was so bad that he wouldn't even allow them to come up the locked jetty gates and refused to unlock the gates for them. As luck would have it, we did find a way for them to get off the jetties and come and have a coffee with us, a much needed break, before they had to return back at 2 o'clock. We even asked if they could lock in on the evening tide, to which the answer was, "No, I won't be here." I understand Tony has made a complaint to Aqua Vista and he has received an apology from them. In this episode we begin our epic trip up the River Thames by locking out from Limehouse Lock onto the Thames and carrying upstream past all the famous sites like the Shard, the Houses of Parliament, the Millennium Eye, the Millennium Bridge, and so on. It's a journey of some 26 miles. We finish our epic trip by locking through Teddington Lock. Well, this is it. We're ready to go. He's just filling the lock for us now, and then we're good to go. Now in the lock, and he's letting the water down very slowly for us. So fingers crossed. I had a look earlier. It's like a mill pond out there at the moment, so we should be okay. That's it, we're on the river. It's a lovely morning. It's absolutely flat calm out here, thank Christ. So you can hear Smudge, who is very nervous at the moment, and we're punching tide a little bit, I think, at the moment by the look of it. So we'll see how we go. Yeah. Well, nervous tensions getting to the both of us. And we're now right out on the river, absolutely miles away. I've seen these sites many a time in the past when I was on Limehouse 2, our little sailing yacht. But to be doing it in Amy Joe with that in front of us is absolutely amazing. As I said earlier, I've seen Tower Bridge umpteen times before. I've even walked across it, I've even done the tour in it. But one of the things I've never done is walked under it. And everybody knows what that building is. That's the Shard. I said we'd see several famous sites, didn't I? Well, there's the Tower of London. And Traitor's Gate just down there. It's walled up now, so there's no chance of us going down there by mistake. And of course HMS Belfast, and we've walked all over that in the past, but never thought I'd be sailing past her. Building on the left there, Joe will recognise, our youngest daughter, is the Sky Bar. Right at the very top there is a restaurant, and Joe and Chris had a meal up there. Just along here is a busy road called the Embankment. A number of times we've driven along there. The clock used to be Shell Met's house, and because working for Shell I had the privilege of going in there. That used to be the head office of Shell.
And that's either 2 or 3.
Go to. Shell Centre, which is this building, and that's now their headquarters at the moment. Who could miss the London Eye? Get a sense of the sheer size of the wheel until you see the jetty where people stand to go on the wheel. It's huge. Cab of the week. The Houses of Parliament are looking absolutely stunning in the sun. Beautiful building, that. Building that never existed. And I'm glad to see it's still in one piece after the James Bond film. MI6. Probably going to get shot for filming now. We're not getting too much chance to do a bit of videoing because I'm concentrating on bridge spans and where to go, but the bridges are getting further apart now. So this is Battersea Power Station. It's no longer a power station now, it's been converted and is a apartment complex. I believe there's shops inside and all sorts. But of course we mustn't forget the Thames is a working river. And barges like this are still being used on the river, and we're lucky that it's Sunday and they're not working on Sundays. Being out on a big river, of course, you don't think you're going that fast until you pass something nearby. Then you realise just how fast you're actually going. We're doing about 6 knots, which is probably about 7-8 miles an hour. Good. So we've come about a third of the way along the trip, and as you can see the river is quite expansive at this point, but it has stayed quite calm for us, so we're grateful for that one. Wits about us now. We're now in rowing territory, and the book states that there is a 5-mile stretch marked by 9 red buoys, and we're to keep them to port and stay well over from them. But this stretch of river is also very shallow. Keep your fingers crossed we don't run aground. Got our first sign of traffic on the river. We'll see how Amy Jo takes the wash from these guys. Certainly the day for the rowers. We've had about 6 or 7 rowboats around us this morning, so just have to keep our wits about. The problem is they creep up from behind and you don't know they're there. Poor old Chris, she's trying to help me navigate looking at the book.
Oh, you are.
And this young man just wants a cuddle. Video of this. Somebody asked how's Smudge taking the trip? Well, here's your answer. He just wants a mummy cuddle. Bless him. Inshore boats. There's several of these along the River Thames. We're just coming up to Thames Lock at Brentford. Everybody calls it Brentford Lock, but the correct term is Thames Lock. But we're not quite sure whether it's in here or down there. We think it's down there. There it is. Welcome to Thames Lock. So we've done well. We're supposed to be going, we had booked to go in there, but we've still got tide with us. We're about an hour now from Teddington, and we've decided we're going to continue. Just finally decided she wants to have a go at the tiller. However, this bridge to negotiate. So you can see 3 red lights on that span there, and we need to go to that span there. Starting to see some traffic coming downriver now, and because obviously we're getting to the top of the tide, and these guys will be wanting to take it down. No, I think she's going on, she's mooring up. That swamp. This is Teddington Lock. We've done the tidal section now, and now we're in the non-tidal section, well, semi-tidal section. Relieved Chris of money for the water license to come on the river, so we're good for 4 weeks at the moment.